I'm your host, Joey Segura. Welcome back to DSN. I'm here with Michael Darcy and Finn Sullivan, and today we're going to be basically going over the NFL free agency.
Well, what there is to cover so far, but a lot has happened. A lot has happened. I mean,
Yeah.
Trent Williams got 138 mil, 23 mil a year.
That was absurd.
The fact the Chiefs were in that towards the end kind of gives me faith. But by the way, I have seen reports that the Chiefs are still looking for a veteran left tackle. I don't know what they're gonna get. I don't know who's out there, but they're on the move.
So obviously, we can go over the big moves that have been made. Michael said it already. Trent Williams. The Patriots have been crazy active. I don't know that I've ever seen
Ridiculous.
NFL. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen an NFL team buy that much in one day.
Well, let's talk about the big three, the trifecta. They got 2 number 1 tight ends in Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, and then they added Matt Judon. And I think that those 3 contracts end up being like $100+ million, like when you throw them all together. So, and that's just the 3 players that they brought in on like day 1, or I guess Hunter Henry was day 2. But they've just, and like you said, they've been crazy active, dude. And could they be a force in the AFC this year? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to talk about that later.
The X factor, dude.
I think we can safely say that this is the best 2 tight end set that we've ever seen outside of New England when they had Gronk and Aaron Hernandez.
Probably, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
other than that, I can't think of a better one.
I mean, I just look at this Pats team and listen, you can make the argument all you want about the Brady made Belichick or Belichick made Brady, but undoubtedly both are the greatest on their own or one of them. So we're pairing all this talent back with the GOAT coach and Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. the one
You can
stipulation is
nitpick
Cam
Cam
Newton.
all you want. You can nitpick Cam all you want. I will say this: when he threw, the only guy he threw to was Greg Olsen, and now you add 2 tight ends who were objectively at least very close to the level Greg Olsen was in 2015.
Yeah, I mean, but getting away from the Patriots, I mean, what are some other teams do you think that have kind of hit in free agency? I saw the Jags have been making moves. I mean, they're going to get a new quarterback in the draft. Honestly, the thing that kind of stuck out to me right now is I think the Steelers are losing. They lost some of their offensive linemen. Juju's gone. They lost Dupree. He went to the Titans. They're not going to be good next year. I'm going to call that right now.
Oh,
So do you think of any? Can you think of any other losers so far in free agency?
The Raiders.
Oh yeah, they cut their
100%.
entire offensive line, dude.
Because weren't they trying to address the O-line? Like, weren't they trying to improve that? Wasn't that what
Dude, their offensive line was already top 10 in the league. They had a good offensive line, and they were a defense away. And what do? They cut their entire offensive line, and they haven't done anything on defense except for Ngakwe. They haven't done anything.
to be fair, Ngakoue is a great signing.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ngakwe is not enough to be like, oh, that defense is legit now. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got kind of a sleeper loser actually in the Panthers. And so hear me out. Nothing huge has happened, but they lost Curtis Samuel in a year that they're trying to add a rookie quarterback. I don't think that's a great formula to have your rookie succeed in the first year.
I'll tell you what, though. The Washington football team has been having a very good free agency.
Winning. They are winning.
They got Fitz. They got Curtis Samuel. They got a few other players as well. And their defense, dude, it's already legit. I mean, who knows? I don't know if they're going to go in with Fitz being the starter next year, where they might draft somebody. I'm not really sure. I've seen rumors that they might like Mac Jones. I don't know.
Mac Jones is going to be far gone.
He could be. It depends, dude. It really depends on how the draft shakes out. But like another team that's been having a good free agency is the Jets. The Jets have had a surprisingly good free agency. I can't remember who they brought in off the top of my head. They got a few
Corey Davis.
receivers. Yeah, Corey Davis. They got a couple defensive pieces as well too. So the Jets are going to try to reload. I'm trying to think of other teams that have had kind of a quiet good or just a bad free agency.
I mean, the Giants are about to snag Kenny Golladay, and that's going to be a nice pickup, assuming they
really nice.
land him.
Texans,
They got their quarterback of the future, Tyrod Taylor. That's all I can say about that.
Dude, I don't even know what the Texans are doing. I could not. Is David Culley their coach? I'm guessing. I don't even. I think his name's
does
David
something.
Culley. No, he's their head coach, and he was like the Chiefs receiving coach in like 2016 or something like that. We didn't have a touchdown. We didn't have a touchdown.
I forgot where he did in Baltimore, but it was something weird. Yeah, it's not a good hire.
Jack Easterby may be the worst owner in football. It's just all around horrible.
It's bad.
And it's not even that he can't put talent together. It's he doesn't know how to treat his talent.
Yeah, really.
Horribly, and they all want out. That's why they're falling apart.
The Bears have had a pretty bad free agency as well. Andy Dalton.
Not
wait, hold on. Do they have Andy Dalton and Nick Foles on the same roster? I think they do.
Yep.
They're both on the same roster.
Little QB stud, absolute stud competition in preseason this year.
Dude.
I mean,
I can't even describe how bad the Bears organization is,
so
dude.
bad. I just feel bad for them, man.
I don't think Allen Robinson's going to play for him. I really don't. Why would he? So,
I would not be surprised.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure. So is there anybody else that you kind of think about a sneaky good free agency or a really bad one?
The Bills. The Bills are having a sneaky good free agency.
They brought back Milano.
Yes.
Who else did they bring back?
They grabbed Manny Sanders, right?
Oh, they did. They did as well. That's a good pickup. I kind of forgot he was even on the market.
To have him as a wide receiver 3 is a very nice.
Didn't they get Will Fuller too?
No, he went to the Dolphins.
Oh, that's a good signing too.
Dolphins have had a terrible offseason so far. They lost Van Noy.
Fuller's a good signing though.
Oh, by the way, Van Noy went back to the Patriots.
Yeah, he went back. And they got their compensation pick for him in this draft. So they lost him, got their pick for him, and now he is back on that team.
Dolphins, I think that they're doing a good thing with Florio and everything like that, but they're just incompetent, dude. They're just bad.
Me and Finn have ranted about this before with the way they're handling Tua. It is terrible.
It's very bad.
You don't draft a kid that high, tell him you believe in him, throw him out in the field, and then through 3 quarters of play say, nah, you're not it, and then pull him out again. And do that repeatedly.
Yeah.
And then bring in more quarterback competition for him. That makes no sense.
I don't know. I'm kind of losing faith on Tua, but it's kind of a topic
I'm
for another
telling
video.
you, Tua's going to step it up this year. If
He
you're
better.
a fantasy
I don't think
football
he's-
guy, if you were a fantasy football guy, I love Tua as a little QB2. He's going to have, ideally, he'll have Jamar Chase. He'll have Devontae Parker.
They got Will Fuller today.
Mike Gesicki. Yeah, they'll have Will Fuller. They'll have Gaskin. They might draft Najee Harris. This is going to be a huge offense this year.
Dude, if they went Najee Harris and Devontae in the draft, or Jamar Chase, they go Jamar.
Jamar Chase. I think so.
That'd be filthy, dude.
That would be one of the best offenses in the league
I mean,
overnight.
so far in free agency, I don't think there's a ton of losers, but there are some winners. The Patriots are definitely winners. I think, like you said, the Bills are. The Chiefs, they brought in Tooney. They brought in Kyle Long. Both kind of
They held
sneaky.
a lot of defensive pieces, too. That's always a win.
They tendered a lot of guys. I think that's brilliant. I think that's brilliant because they put Charvarius Ward on a second-round tender. So if we lose him, we get a second-round draft pick, which I will take.
As a Chiefs fan, I would prefer that. But
yeah, I'd probably rather take the second rounder too. But yeah, I think that there's a lot of good teams out there that have made some moves, and then who's had the worst offseason so far? If we want to say the Patriots had the best, who's had the worst?
Probably the Bears.
Would it be the
I
Bears?
hate to say it. I think so, because if you look at what the expectations were versus the reality, you see they offered the Seahawks 3 firsts, a third, and 2 defensive starters for Russ, and now they're rocking with Andy Dalton. And guess what? We just lost all-pro cornerback Kyle Fuller. You've got all-pro safety Eddie Jackson once out. Allen Robinson might not sign the franchise tag. It's all bad.
I mean, the Vikings have had a quiet good one too. They got Patrick Peterson. They still got the safety who's the free agent. I can't remember his name. I think his name's Harris.
Anthony Harris.
Anthony Harris. He's still a free agent, but I'm telling you, the Vikings might be better next year. And yeah, the Bears have just had a bad offseason, dude. Just very bad.
Bears, man.
As bad as it can get, really.
So, Joe, you got anything else to conclude us?
I have one more move that I liked.
Oh,
the
boy.
Bills snagging Trubisky I think is sneaky good.
It is.
Why
mean-
not?
I mean, he's not a great player, don't get me wrong, but to have that as your backup, I mean, it can't hurt. I mean,
He's very athletic. I mean, when he's healthy, I'm going to get some flack for saying this. I think Trubisky could have been a good quarterback anywhere else, dude. I think he has the talent. I think that system is so bad. It's just, I mean, his offensive line really was not that good. Let's give him some leeway. His offensive line wasn't very good. His coach is horrendous. The front office doesn't even know the difference between. I think that they would probably rather take DeMarcus Robinson than Allen Robinson because they're just like, oh, he's probably cheaper. I mean, they're not a smart organization. So he might have succeeded elsewhere. But
I don't hate the take. There were multiple quarterbacks from that draft. I think Deshaun Kaiser, too. I don't care. I think he would have been good anywhere but the dysfunctional as hell clowns that year. I think a couple QBs just got the short end of the stick by being drafted high.
yeah.
so I think that's it for this video. So thank you for watching, and we will see you guys next time.
Peace.